Good.
Yeah, pretty good actually.
Back in Canada. It's good to be back. The great tours here.
Well, yes and no. I mean, well, I wouldn't say surprise. It's like that's what we're hoping for, and we get, of course, very excited and happy that we're doing a sold out, almost an entire sold out tour.
Yeah, I'll say it as humble as I can.
Yeah.
It's about time here, you know. I know we've been doing a lot of tours here, and it's just really good to see that it's paying off, you know. So now we can bring a bigger production. We can give the fans what they deserve, basically, which means bigger venues, more people. So slowly but surely, you know, and to see that it's selling out. I wouldn't say surprised, but grateful is a better word for it. Selling out shows in the States, this is a childhood dream for any musician that's not from the States, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a huge country, 2 huge countries. So just to start off there, you got to be in a lot of places. And I think it's a very tough market because you also get a lot of bands.
Yeah, and I mean the culture is so much different from Europe, and the music itself is different as well. So for an European band to come to America and try to make it big, it's always harder, especially nowadays. It was a little bit easier 30 years ago, but now it's very hard. So that's why we come here as often as we can, to show everybody that we exist and we rock.
Yeah, I guess it's a long time coming. It's one of those, playing Wacken, it's also the childhood dream, you know. Even playing it is a big deal for any musician, I would say, that's into heavy metal. So the band has a 20-year anniversary. We need to do something special. We're good friends of the old guys in the band, the original members. So the idea kind of came from that, you know, we need to do something special, and it's a 20-year anniversary. Yeah, cool, let's bring the old guys back on stage and just make a big fucking party of it. And then maybe we should use 2 stages. How does that work? It's a technical nightmare. So, but we got it. We pulled it off. We were rehearsing for a week or something like that.
Yeah, with the old guys.
They came well prepared. Everybody's super hungry to do the show, you know. So yeah, hey.
Yeah. We also have a couple of guest musicians, choir from Czech Republic, who came up and joined us for a couple of songs as well, to make it as big as we can. I would say yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had a lot of plans and everything worked out, and it was fun. Everybody was in a good mood, and it just felt great being there on stage. And I mean, having the previous band members on the other stage, knowing that they're doing a fantastic job, and it worked with 2 drummers, 4, sometimes 5 guitar players at the same time. That's hard, but we pulled it off.
It's really one of those shows where you hope all the technical stuff works as it should.
Yeah.
And it did, thanks to our awesome crew, you know, and the festival in itself, to be able to let us do something like that, because it's quite a big deal.
Yeah.
But it's really one of those shows where you can get, like, if you start getting nervous, you're fucked, right? You need to keep your nerves under control. And we kept it cool all day, and it was more like a family reunion. Then we got to do this big ass show with tons of pyro. It was more, okay, everybody, this is a once in a lifetime, maybe. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. And I was able to do that for sure.
Yeah, same here.
After the drum solo was done, then I could relax. When we go into the studio, it goes really quickly.
Yeah.
I think drums and guitars were done in 3 days.
The guitars took, I think 2 or 3 days. 3 days.
Okay, yeah, so a week then.
Yeah.
Of the basic stuff. So we definitely... I don't think we're the band that spends 2 months recording. We'll do it well prepared and know what we want to do. Then the process of writing and research is longer, of course.
Yeah, but
and it's... You were first?
Yeah, this is my first album. Ever. I've never recorded anything before.
No. So my point being with that, coming in, being as hungry as Tommy is, it's cool to get that for us as well. This is our third, so it's good to get the new blood in. Everybody is there to make the album better, right? That's why we're there.
Absolutely. I mean, you stay over there during the night. You just practice. So tomorrow morning we start with that song. You're getting excited about just that specific song because you know everything, and you have a couple of ideas to make it more fun and to make the song even better. So I thought it was a great time to record this album.
Yeah. Very, very smooth, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was the plan, because that it's called a collaboration together with Wargaming and this World of Warships. So it was of course a Sabaton song that we release and we perform it like any other Sabaton song, but it had a different purpose, as The Last Stand, Heroes, or The Great War. It had a different purpose, so that's why it was released as a single.
It's one of the most wished for themes for a song. So, and there was kind of a big gap in between. We didn't play any shows basically for 5 months or something like that. We were doing the new album, and we got together a few months before we started recording the album to record Bismarck. So it was simply a gift to the fans, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, when you're doing a concept album, you have to have a specific way of thinking when it comes to the music and, of course, the lyrics. So I would say it's harder to make it fit, but once you have everything, once you know what to do, you get in the flow, and I would say it's easier. I recorded albums with other bands when been doing concept albums, and in the beginning it's like, shit, how do we make every song have this red thin line during the entire album? But then when you start doing research, you start writing the lyrics. Okay, now I know. And with this kind of music, I can write about this thing here. And I think on this album, The Great War, we really feel I feel that we have taken the music that it fits with what we're singing. Like the Red Baron, for example, it's you can really feel flying high and a real war hero when you listen to that song. The Attack of the Dead Man, I think that's one of the songs where the lyrics fits the music the most on this album.
I wouldn't want to be there at all, actually. I'm just really grateful we never have to experience any of that horrible fucking crap. Which it actually is, war, right? Yeah. So on that question, no, I wouldn't want to travel back at all. I'm super happy and I'm very grateful. I don't have to do that. But as far as the stories go, there's definitely a few that I find more interesting than others. Picking one, that's a hard question. And some of the songs are more in general. Future of Warfare, for instance, when the tanks were used more or less for the first time in that kind of warfare. So yeah, a tricky question.
Yeah, and I mean, as Hannes says, it's very hard. But there are some stories, of course, that I find very interesting because it's new. For example, there's a song about Francis Picamogabo, this Canadian Indian sniper. And when I heard the story about him, it was so interesting. How he was sneaking around the trenches during the night and stealing things from the other, the soldiers they were fighting against while they were sleeping, stealing their clothes and stuff like that, and just returning back home, back to their side. That's very, very interesting.
Still there. I would say everybody's 95% physically. Yeah. There's a few of us that still has some rehab to do, With that being said, everybody will get 100%. But yeah, you know, for us, kind of, so that stuff happens before you know it, right? That's how it works, and you can't prepare yourself for it.
No.
But for us to be still able to do this tour, and the first show we had in Florida, I think that was a great feeling for everybody. It still works. We can still tour, and most importantly, keep on doing what we love. So I think this band, 1, sounds better than ever. 2, is more grateful than ever to be able to continue doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, it was a nasty accident. We could have ended up very bad. But I mean, as Anna said, the impact happened, and then everybody was just walking out like, oh shit, that sucked, but we're happy to be alive.
Yeah, we're lucky for sure. Very fortunate.
Absolutely. I mean, if not all of us didn't use seatbelt, for example, it could be a lot worse. I was in the front, had a 3-point seatbelt. If I didn't use that, I would probably...
Then you wouldn't be doing this interview, for sure.
No, well, not in this condition, at least.
So, from the Human Resource Department of Sabaton, wear your fucking seatbelts.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, well,
they don't have seatbelts.
Yeah, no seatbelts, so but we're working on it.
Yeah. Well, for sure, it makes you reevaluate your way of traveling. That much I can say for sure.
And make sure it's a driver you can trust. And if we see something that the driver does, like checking his phone or something, we let him know that, sir, you should not be doing that right now. Wait until we stop the car. You can check your phone. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.